So you need to follow this story because it seems very familiar to something that happened almost 5 years ago. So guys, there's an outbreak right now in the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the, if I'm not mistaken, the Congo province. And in that province, there is a mysterious and strange disease developing. Now, this is according to the medical officials in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm just going to call it Congo for short. They state that it was strange and weird. This thing infected 300 people, killed over half. 179 people are currently gone. Out of 179 people that are currently gone, the majority of the people who passed away are older teenagers from the ages of 16 to 18 years old. That is the majority of people that passed away, or kids rather, that passed away. So this is a video on letting you guys know that there's something else brewing that sounds very familiar to the Mr. 19 story and how it started in November, come a new year, and it's growing there. Now, the problem where it is, not the problem, but the good thing where it is it's not, if I'm not mistaken, in a major city. I think it's like in a town or a village or something like that. So that's stop number one. It's why a lot of things that happen in Africa don't spread as fast, because the distance from towns and villages from one another, in some places they are days apart, and in other places they're minutes apart. So that's why a lot of things don't make that jump out of there. It's not like China where everybody's on top of each other and there's an airport damn near everywhere you look in China, right? It's not the same thing in Africa. And to get from certain spots in Africa to just, hell, the UK can take up to 24 hours, right? It takes a while to get out of that area, especially areas like that are like tucked away or maybe in an indigenous area, which I don't know if this is an indigenous area or not. The major city nearby is fairly small. Forgot the name of it, but I'll put it here. But again, this is just something to track the story, because it sounds way too familiar to Mr. 19. And again, the fact that they are alerted by this, because again, guys, in Africa, everything's popping up over there now. They got the Mpox or monkeypox popping up. They got Marsburg popping up, or rather growing. They got a couple of other smaller issues going on there as well. And of course, the whole hunger thing that's striking some of African nations. So, with that, guys, just track the story, because again, if this turns into something that I hope it doesn't turn into, but if it turns into something, this could be bad, especially if it has the mortality rate of, it looks like, over 50%. If it stays true to that mortality rate. And if it does, this could be something bad. Now, there is a story coming out of Westlake, Ohio, where a passenger from a plane from Africa was quarantined and taken to the hospital by way of ambulance and is now being isolated. The story originally came out saying that he was from Congo, or the Congo, but in fact he's from Tanzania. Now, Tanzania and the Congo province are about 870 miles apart from each other. So again, not to get anybody nervous or scared, because this is not the bitch nigga network. We don't get scared here. We just fucking track shit that's happening and we pay attention to it. All I'm saying is pay attention to this and see where this goes. I think this might die off, again, being where it is, but if it makes a jump into another country, if it makes a jump into another nation, African nation, or another country, like let's say France, Germany, or the UK, or even Australia, if it makes a jump into South Africa where there's more people, a main population, and better transportations, then it could be an issue. But until then, don't fret, don't panic over it, don't get scared, don't get concerned, just track the story. That's it. So I'm going to put the link in it in the comment section, or rather the description section. Put the comment of the story in there and just track it. By the way, they don't have a name for it. It has not been identified yet. Again, sounds very, very familiar to Mr. 19. When Mr. 19 was brewing, they had no clue what it was. This is the same thing. They have no clue what it is. And it's, again, an unidentified, strange, weird disease that is not racing through people, but it's killing enough. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.